Okay, and now I've pressed the button and we're live. Keith, would you like to say things?
I would, but my papers are over here. So one
Oh, okay. Well,
second.
we're gonna
Oh
need
my God.
papers.
What with the papers?
We'll go
Jesus.
digital in 2030 at some point. What's what does time mean?
Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
I'm Chemda.
Kevin Allison. Hello, Kevin.
Hello.
Everyone loves Kevin. KeithandTheGirl.com/Kevin Allison. You can do that. Check out all the times Kevin has been on. If you want to know like his history, meaning how he became the success he is today, his time with the state, et cetera, I recommend the episode My Opening Line. You'll see that under /Kevin Allison. Kevin, it's so good to see you. The state has been doing live shows. True or false?
Yeah, that is true. And I think I accidentally revealed that the last time I was on. I think I said that before, or no, you guessed it.
Yes.
And yeah, exactly.
And you're like, how'd
gosh.
you know? Yeah. And I said, now I know.
Yeah. And now they've happened. Your prophecy came true. And you know, oh my fucking God. It has been such a treat. Oh, I'll tell you. Yeah, I was so anxious of like, okay, what's this gonna be like being with these people that I met when I was 18, and that we were a family in every way you can interpret. You know what I mean?
Loved
like
each other, hated each other, incest porn.
yeah, like just so much history and tension and now I remember this is this guy's problem or whatever, right? Well, only eight of the 11 could do it. And so it was interesting how the slightly smaller group had its own dynamic. And it was also fascinating to see how we've all been in therapy because the meltdowns did happen. The stress did happen, but the way of dealing with those moments was so much smoother. There were so many moments of people just being like, okay, all right, well, tensions are flaring here.
You know what's different?
Here's how I feel.
The difference between when you're 18 and then after you've had some self-reflection is like something bad happens. You're an asshole. You're an asshole. I never liked you. And now it's just like, you know what? I think I think I need to eat something. My sugar's a little low. If you'll just excuse me. It's better for you if I just step away for a hot minute. Thank you. And thank me. Okay, bye.
Totally. And for a lot of the creative decision making, there's been a lot more. You know what? I'll defer to the group on this one. You know what I mean? There's a little bit less of one person being like the one person who's like, no, we're not doing this.
What could be a point of contention as an adult? Like you fine, don't do the skit. I don't give a fuck when it comes to this specifically.
Yeah, I mean, a point of contention as an adult would be exactly that. Like, that if we do this bit, maybe it'll be upsetting to this group of people, or do we really own this and stuff like that. And also, like, how much it's been mind-boggling to us because we're doing this at theaters of about 2,000 people, right? It's been mind-boggling to us just how much fucking fraud there is out there. I mean, theater after theater is like, yep, you're 400 tickets shy. We're like, yeah, we have photographs of the audience. It's a full house.
Like
friends.
You owe them money somehow. Yeah.
Like if you're trying to blow through towns like this and do these like 2,000 seat houses, but you're not, like, you don't have muscle behind you, like, like really, professional lawyers and producers behind you, they'll take advantage of you.
You know what? That's so interesting that it happens on that level because we've produced a bunch of stuff and a lot of things in New York, and we have had trouble at the end with people go, oh, you didn't meet your bar guarantee. And we have had to sit there and go, literally show me your receipts. This isn't like that wasn't a phrase back then. It was go print out from your little fax machine or whatever the fuck you use that you're threatening to call the cops because I didn't meet up to some standard that we air signed on. Why don't you go get that? And then I'll call the police for you.
Yeah.
And then we could stand here staring at each other until they come.
There was more than one shady place, but I'm thinking of one specifically right now where, yes, it's packed. Yes, it's standing room only. And Kenda had to go to machine and literally print it out. And, they're like, all right, we'll just let it go. No, you don't have to let it go because we have video. You don't have to let it go. Yeah. Please, let it happen.
Yeah, that's what they're counting on. Yeah. Is that you just like, oh, all right.
There was another one that tried to, in hindsight, shame me. And they were like, because I came in to settle up something. I don't know. They wanted to see me, whatever. This is days after the event. And they were like, you did okay for a Wednesday. I'm like, it is Wednesday today. And I just walked through your not crowd to get to your office. And when we were here, here's a picture. Get out of here.
Right.
You're not even asking for money. This is like some summarization of some crazy things. They're like, well, your people didn't buy anything. I was like, the fuck they didn't. Look how drunk this guy is now.
You'll have to call the police in the end, but no, you're lying. You're fucking lying. Yeah, I remember. I'm thinking of a place. It was like I would do my stand-up on my birthday, no matter what day it was. So we would do some big show on, let's say, a Wednesday. And it's like, yeah, not bad for a Wednesday. And it's like, it's Wednesday and it's raining. This isn't bad for Friday sunny.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, there was one where, Keith, your birthday landed. It wasn't only raining and flooding. The subways were closed.
Right.
Like... You can't be, but people came because a lot of people come from out of town and it's like the one-time thing and you already have your ticket and our people are like, well, rain's not going to make me not want to see this person and the other person. So they came. I'm like, what?
No, man,
what didn't you sell today that you're going to try to pawn on me?
So unnecessarily shady. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'll tell you one thing, another thing that's been a total joy about it is we are 53, 54 years old, and we really are doing a show that is so much like the shows that we were doing in black box theaters at NYU in 1989. That, we're running out, we're changing costumes like crazy backstage. We're setting up our own sets and everything. We're dancing and screaming, and I mean, it's just, we're playing, and there was a woman backstage in Chicago who said, wow, it, like, to see the photographs of all you guys when you were teenagers doing this stuff at the beginning of the show, there's a photo montage, and then to see you guys come out and do it now in your 50s. She's like, that just felt really special. Like that must feel good in the body and soul to come out and play like that.
Now, when you get your drink ticket at the end of the show, you want to get a juice cleanse for it. Like, do you have some wheatgrass? Does this ticket buy me wheatgrass? I'm gonna get a little heartburn if I drink more than this one drink.
Oh my God.
You alluded to this, but 8 people is still a lot of people. What was something that was an example of, like, well, I don't want to be too woke, but it's a little too much, guys. It's 2022.
Oh, well, like at one point, one of the members of the group wanted to make an Israel-Palestine joke, and I was the first person to be like, let's give everyone 90 minutes of not having to think about that. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get it. Like, and it doesn't even matter what the joke itself is, sometimes with stuff like that. Because you can always argue, well, we're making fun of whatever, war or whatever, I gotta. But it's like, no, let's just not put it in people's heads,
Yeah, I mean, you have to eat chickpeas all day. You're going to bring it up on a show, too. Get it?
Right,
hummus
exactly.
humor. Hummus humor.
And then somebody would shut that down, rightfully so, right? Okay, I get it. Were you more nervous about the dynamic of being with everybody, or if you guys can recreate the magic?
Oh no, I was very confident we could recreate the magic because the group has always been that way. Like there is something about the chemistry of the group that when all of us actually put like it was so wild in Denver, the test show, the very first show for William Morris to see, do we really want to make a tour out of this? Because that the day of, whoa, we were stressed. We were like, whoa, have we bit off more than we can chew here? And we were just like feeling like we were going by the skin of our teeth because there's so many costumes and props and sound cues and insanity that when we pulled it off that night, I was like, God damn it, once again. Like whenever we actually do something together, once it's actually in front of an audience, we pull that motherfucker off and they love it. So I was pretty confident that that would happen again. It was more, how are we all going to get along? And I couldn't be more thrilled about how well we've gotten along.
That's such good news. And not to distract from the wondrous beauty, but during that whole loving speech, your cat was eating themselves. All we saw was one leg in the corner of the screen. Just
I'll be the ninth person. Yeah.
It was like, we get along so well.
When you say test show,
one of my dildos is in the show.
Good. Yeah, I like when it feels real. I like when comedians are telling the truth. I like to know those dildos are really used in real life. When you say test show, it's still a packed show. Like it's still right. It's still real.
Oh yeah. It was still a real show. Yeah, William Morris has been very curious, like random, like, well, okay, we'll set you up with a few more dates in April, and it's like, okay, it's hard reading their minds as to what exactly they're doing, but yeah, Denver was their test, and it sold out and went great, and I guess we're lucky that wasn't. It was literally the next night, I think, that Lauren Boebert did her thing in Denver at a Beetlejuice show.
Right. So
it's good.
Her show.
First, we felt each other up. Then she went to show and got felt up. That's funny. It's both in theaters, so you're right about it, but it's weird comparison.
Have you seen this bullshit that she tweeted out the other day? I mean, that's always bullshit. She's the gun nut, the QAnon person without exaggeration, all this conspiracy bullshit. She showed a picture of her, another representative, and the great Dave Chappelle.
Yeah. But it was kind of.
I'll cover it all.
I'll cover it all.
Right. He's an idiot all of a sudden, Kevin. Okay, so is he a genius or not a genius? But all right, I'll cover it.
Can I just wait? Because I know where Kevin was going. Because in my sweetheart, I was like, I'm gonna stay sweet, open my heart up to somebody who I consider minimum the top 3, if not my favorite comic currently. Yes, he had some stupid trans jokes. I don't know. You have some stupid jokes. He did well. And he's not standing hugging her. He's not standing next to her. He's standing behind her and to the side. And he looks closed off. And so it kind of looks like in passing, she caught him in her own selfie and said, just some folks hanging out. But I think Keith has looked into where it came from. So I think we're about to hear, is this in passing? Yeah. Or is it real?
It sounds like it is.
I'm very curious.
It sounds in passing, but here's what the tweet was for those who don't know. Just 3 people who understand there's only 2 genders. Laughing my ass off emoji. Just 3 people who understand there's only 2 genders. Ha ha. And of course, Dave Chappelle seems to be having, especially with trans news, a hard on for it.
Right.
So I see this and I'm like, God damn it. It's still, God damn it. Like there should be a statement out already. Nobody controls anybody, but unless you're going to do another gender special for an hour, come out with a fucking statement.
I mean, it feels like an easy Chappelle statement, if I may quote him ahead of time, would be to hit the quote retweet and go, Not me,
Fuck
bitch.
off.
Or
Just
yeah,
like, yeah,
yeah, like what are you talking about? Or not
Right.
or a meme of one of his crackhead characters going, what?
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Dave Chappelle wants you to know, this article says, that Representative Lauren Boebert tricked him into taking that photo. So again, is he a genius or not a genius? When do we pretend these brilliant people who talk for a living are stupid morons that could be tricked by a fucking Boebert? Then don't take the fucking picture. How'd it work out when you went on SNL saying, let's give Trump a chance? Stop taking pictures with people. Hey, but you were tricked. Come on.
I don't know, because like I said, first impression, it looks like she caught him in her selfie. So if he's saying that, let's continue.
He's not moving and walking. He's standing there. He's looking at the camera.
Picture,
He's looking at the camera.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't en route to the fucking bathroom.
Yeah, but was it? But
there's
is that
no
the
way he
quote?
didn't recognize her. Do you think? Like
maybe
he knew. Well,
he does look like he knew. He does look like he knew, but he was uncomfortable. But if you're uncomfortable in a picture, we still okay. Let's just keep going. Because something tells me Keith already has that look in his face where I have egg on my face, but only he can see it. So that's like a special Zoom filter that he has established.
Oh,
maybe he was about to slap her. But she turned it around and made it a trick. Chappelle offered his side of things on a Thursday night show in Washington, D.C. He said on stage that he was approached by several members of Congress during his visit to the Capitol. Chappelle said that he, quote, didn't expect to see Boebert and that it would have felt weird for him to deny her request for a picture. He said, what was I supposed to do? He was tricked.
Well, don't celebrities deny people? I'm clearing off my lens there a little bit. Don't they deny people pictures all the time?
Right.
I don't know. To consent to a picture with what he looked like, he didn't consent to the just three people with two gender, whatever the fuck bullshit. What else did he say?
You're taking a picture with this asshole. Let's say she didn't even bring up this gender bullshit. That you're okaying her policies by being in that picture. Right. That is what you are doing.
Right.
You are okaying it. If there's a picture of me and her, it's safe to assume I don't think she's fucking evil.
Right. Exactly. Right.
That's it. I just have to take a picture where I'm in the background because somebody said, hey, let's take a picture. And I didn't want to argue. So I said, fine. And I looked like that in the picture. Yes, if they tweeted and they're trying to quote me, I would absolutely quote retweet. Okay,
well, that's what happened. Well, that's why it's important because all that did happen.
I would say stop yourself. Yeah. I do like that phrase. Stop yourself.
And why not? Then you ask her to take it down. Then you were tricked.
Yeah. Yes.
Your people ask her. You have your people doing shit. Never mind, go public.
Yes, but also I don't think people would even believe that I said or thought that. But I did believe that he might have said or thought that.
I believe, yes.
Yeah, because that is a long...
He knew about it. Yeah. He has four anti-transgender specials, it sounds like to me.
Right.
So yes,
it's not four anti-trans specials.
Well, watch it again.
We don't need to exaggerate what happened.
He has a hard-on for this transgender stuff, and it comes off very bad.
I don't want to talk about his hard-on, so you can.
Okay, I can. He's a male. I'm a male. I'm allowed.
But I'm in the picture with you. I don't consent to everything he said. It's not all me.
You're ducking out right now, right? You have a history of these trans jokes. Then he said on stage, quote, just when I thought we were past that, meaning trans jokes, she dragged me back in. You know what?
That's dumb.
It's dumb. And it's like, I don't like these fucking non-answers. You're making things up for him, Hemda, when he could have said so much shit. He acts like we all know why he left the Chappelle show. We still don't know. Yeah. We still don't fucking know. And it's just, don't do these half fucking answers if you really give a fuck so much. Oh, now we got to talk about trans stuff again. That was your statement?
No, that's an excuse. Yeah, that's terrible.
Thank you. I don't like it. George Santos has been kicked out of office by the Republicans. They're like, man, you're just lying way too much. You're stealing money in a way that you're getting caught. We got to get rid of you. You know what, George Santos? He was the He's the one who said his mom survived 9/11, but got sick from the smoke. She was in Brazil at the time. He's Jewish, and his grandparents fled the Holocaust. Your grandparents weren't there. That's bullshit. You're not Jewish. Well, I'm Jewish. Like I seen Fiddler on the Roof. You know, I'm of that of a Broadway producer he just made up for no fucking reason. And finally they have to get rid of him because he's seeming too crazy. You got Bo Burt, you got Marjorie Taylor Greene, and he's a little too out there. You got Marjorie Taylor Greene, space lasers are starting forest fires. I'm not making this up that she says that, but this guy is too fucking weird for Congress.
Yeah. If he had any amount more clout, you know, or was any more necessary to them, he wouldn't be ejected. Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking weird.
Wasn't it officially though because he used campaign funds for OnlyFans, or am I getting that?
He also did credit card fraud. I'm not sure exactly what the final straw was. Yeah, I don't think
what
it's
was
really
the
that
first
you were
straw?
a weirdo. But
how did he get through the third straw? Like, how folks without a job right now who got fired over like you went to the wrong website, not porn. Like, do you go, this guy had a job for a pretty decent amount of time?
He said, hey, everybody's against gay people, but I say I can get myself in. I bet he's not even gay. This guy's such a weird liar. I think he lied about being gay to get in and nobody checked anything else. This guy's eating pussy right now. I promise. Loves it.
Oh my God. Yeah, he just seems to be a pathological liar.
Yeah, there's nothing true. And then they interview him when he's literally is like, you know, his office stuff in a box, leaving a building. And they go, hey, what are your thoughts, George? And he's like, fuck this zoo. These guys are crazy. I don't even want to talk about it. It's a Chappelle move. It's so fucking crazy. Please make up something for me because I can't even with this circus.
Yeah.
So smart because people like me
God.
will make up stuff that's more hopeful than not. So 2024, I'm making up less stuff for everybody.
Right.
You're all free to speak. There's your First Amendment. Go ahead. I'll listen.
Right. These people are the best in the world at talking. Politicians, comedians. So let them talk. We don't have to make up shit for them. That's what they're counting on. Felicity Huffman is in the news again because she just did a report. She just did an interview about how in 2019 she paid $15,000 to fake her daughter getting into college.
Right.
Who asked? What? Stop embarrassing your fucking daughter. Shut up. Let us forget and just do another movie.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? You're feeling uncomfortable in your little Hamptons town or something? No one gives a shit. Don't remind us because you're reminding us is justifying it, and that's what fake pisses us off.
Right.
I do think at this point I'm like, Mrs. Hoffman, even I know your name now. And it's not for good. Like you can probably go about your business. Keith, I do think you're right that like maybe in her own community, she's feeling a way about it because you kind of feel outside of the circle, right? And that probably feels like it's the whole world. But I think you're right. Nobody knows. Right. Nobody's who's asking you questions?
Lori Loughlin was even worse, and she's doing movies now. She doesn't remind you what happened. She paid like $50,000 more than Felicity Huffman did, and even dumber. Like Felicity Huffman, they just cheated the SAT test, which of course very wrong. But with Lori Loughlin, she made up that her kid was a great rowing champion and would get in on a scholarship, and proved it by taking a picture of a rowing machine. I so wish they accepted her and just be like, all right, now we're rowing in the water and begin. What's up? Yeah, you know the rules. How do you begin? I guess I just start rowing. No, the anchor starts with the hello. Have you done this before? I'm starting to think you didn't. In the scheme, wealthy parents, also including Lori Loughlin, paid college admissions guru Rick Singer boatloads of cash to sidestep standards and get their kids into elite universities. I do remember Lori Loughlin going, I'm not guilty. And then Felicity Huffman at least said, guilty. And then Lori Loughlin's like, God damn it, I didn't. You could have told me. How can you be guilty and I'm not guilty? I paid more and mine was even dumber. She says, I felt like I had to give this is Felicity Huffman. I felt like I had to give my daughter a chance at a future. At a chance. They are literally multi-millionaires. Her alone. and her husband, William H. Macy. They had to cheat on an SAT test because so the kid could have a fucking future. First of all, you're spending money to bribe. It's not like you're like, oh, I can't just give my kid money. I want them to learn struggle. You're still just giving away money.
Uh-huh.
And really calls out the daughter. It felt like I had to give my daughter a chance at a future. And so it was sort of like my daughter's future, which meant I had to break the law. This bullshit. I'm sorry, but I'll do whatever it takes to take care of my kid. And if that means break the law, then I guess I'm guilty.
Oh my God. As if anything regarding this at all was a desperate anything. When people say, I'm sorry that I had to break the law, I was in a dire situation. She's like, what can I do? This bitch was not getting into anything. Right. Have you heard her talk?
Right.
You think I'm dumb? Well, the apple just fell right onto her head. I don't know what's going on with this kid. We put her in good schools before. You think this is the first time we paid for school? We've been paying for school. We're rich. And just the fact that William H. Macy and whatever the fuck my name is, we've done whatever. You know our name. You think somebody doesn't want this bitch in your college just to say these are her parents? The only person who doesn't know my parents' name is Chemda, and she's leaving the show anyway. Who gives a shit?
Elfman said she hired Singer to help Sophia improve her SAT scores. But after a year, he discovered a grim diagnosis. Quote, he started to say, your daughter is not going to get into any of the colleges she wants to. And I believed him. Because you should see her around the house. Big dopey dumb. And not hot like Lori Laughlin's daughter who does unboxing videos. Just kind of bland and very stupid. So I had to do whatever. I'm on an interview, honey. Yeah, I'll make you food in a minute. She can't even make food. She thinks she's going to college. Anyways, big idiot. He started to say your daughter can't make it. And so when he slowly started to present the criminal scheme, it seems like, and I know this seems crazy at the time, but that was my only option to give my daughter a future. Paying the $15,000 for fake SAT scores.
I think you're right. Every time she opens her mouth, she's just saying, my daughter's stupid. These are other words to say, my daughter's the dumbass. Hey, have you heard of me? Well, my daughter's so dumb.
You guys all know how dumb daughters can be. Right.
What college would ever take her? I don't even, was it even a prestigious school that they were getting her in?
It wasn't. It's never Harvard though. Like, what are you doing? I'm sure it's fine enough. Whatever the fuck it was. I know hindsight is 20/20, but it felt like I would be a bad mother if I didn't do it.
That's so stupid. Who was the one? Somebody that when you become a certain level of famous, they call you and go, "Hey, would you like a degree?" And I don't know what that conversation.
Honorary degree.
Yeah, I don't know what that conversation is like. I can imagine them call, "Hi, Chemda, would you like a degree?" Did I say, have I been paying for something that I'm just like, can I check my bank account? Who's calling? Well, actually, this is Harvard. Oh, hi, Harvard. Is the IRS on hold? Hold on a second. I have to pick up. The state is calling me. Yeah. Oh, so I get to have an honorary degree in what? Oh, I get to pick. What am I good at? Do I have to take a test to tell you what I'm good at so you can give me a respectable degree? Oh, no, I just get to pick. Oh, okay. I'm a mathematician. I have a degree now.
I would be a bad mother if I didn't do it, is what she thought at the time, but doesn't give an explanation of what she learned now so that you, the audience, can make it up. You know, so that we make up why you do anything for a daughter. But you're not saying why it's wrong. You're just saying, you know, in hindsight. In hindsight, what? Well, just at the time.
You know what it is?
You didn't learn anything. You're defending yourself in this interview.
You're right. It's kind of like going, what about the children? It's like,
right.
Yeah, what? Is that a real question? Because what about the children? What are the children? You did this. You signed every fucking piece of paper. So what about the children?
It's like the Will Smith slap. And Will's like, hey, you know, I was wrong, sure. But I'm just saying, sorry, I do anything for my family. And people bought it.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean you could just start spitting on my girlfriend. I care about my family. Sorry, guys.
Only a parent would understand.
Right.
Ooh.
Right.
You know, it's really hard to judge a parent. It's actually the hardest job on earth. No one warns you is my favorite quote. No one warns you. I'm like, literally everybody warns. That's the only thing I tell you about having a child is that it is the hardest. In fact, your sentence before said it is the hardest, and then you said no one warned, but you just did.
Right.
And then she said the FBI came into her house and woke up the daughters at gunpoint. And then she said, this is true, but, you know, I mean, that's nothing new to the Black and brown community.
What?
So that the minorities will be on her side and be like, we know what that's like, and it's very unfair to have guns drawn on us.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. We were
Her
treated...
kids aren't black or brown, to be clear.
Thank you for being clear. It was
just to be clear.
I was so confused. I was like, wait, who are we talking about? This is so funny because she was like, we're white. We live in a white community and we are being treated like black and brown people. I'm not saying black and brown people are bad. I'm saying the way you treat us is bad. So we must be black and brown now. This is weird because obviously we're white. So this is mistreating us.
Everybody's so dumb.
Wow.
We weren't supposed to have the internet and reality shows and all this. We weren't supposed to know that everybody's so fucking stupid. Remember when there were like, you can only see a celebrity interview on Entertainment Tonight. Then Access Hollywood came in and it's like, oh my God, we can hear an hour of interviews total. And now it's like, there's 8,000 channels. There's 1,600 social media bullshits. We're not supposed to know about each other like this.
I remember when you had to read like Bop magazine in order to know that Alyssa Milano starts with her boots, then matches her belt, then she thinks of the sweater. Okay, what kind of guys does she like? You know, guys that can wear sneakers and shoes on a Saturday. It doesn't matter because we go anywhere. Pizza's great, and I'm like, wow, I really know Alyssa Milano.
Right,
it's different now.
Yeah, we're not supposed to be watching Squid Game, the reality show, but here I am, knowing way too much.
I tried it. I tried watching because I'm intrigued. The original show was so interesting with the killings and the desperation and the message and it's such a big cast and then smaller and all of this stuff. It's so thought out and blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, I made it 5 minutes into this new reality. You are so right. Reality shows already. Your first interview. Well, here's my I've thought about this, and I came with, and then you just like you're wearing. I don't know what's happening.
They think I'm stupid, and I'm going to use that to my advantage. What game could there be where people are going to try less because you're stupid, but it turns out you're smart, and you're always the opposite of whatever you fucking say you are. I'm very humble, so I think I'm going to take this. I'm very intelligent. I always see something coming. Oh shit, I didn't see that one coming. I'm kicked off.
They're talking about
what a bunch of dumb fucks.
They're talking about tactics. I'm like, just run when the doll is not looking at you. Stop it.
What's your tactic?
I started feeling bad for them because I know that they're just sitting there and they're being asked the same question over and over again. So now they just seem obsessed with the one subject that the show glommed onto. And this one guy, clearly the show is just mama's boy is his whole shit. He eats mama, he sleeps mama, like all of it. Yeah. It's like everything that comes out of his mouth. It's like, how's my mom doing? I'm gonna cry because my mom is not doing well. And I look over and my mom's running. I look over and my mom is frozen. I'm like, there's no way you didn't say other things, right? They're just like editing you like this. There's no way. He's crying in the first episode, hugging his mom because they played red light, green light together, and she didn't fake die. I wanted to real die, but that's not part of the game. I had to turn it off. I can't with these reality shows where they have to like fake fight against each other. They're not even fighting against each other. No one's touching each other. In the fake one, people helped each other, but it's so bad. You made it through the whole thing. 5 minutes in, I can't.
They got me with the episode 1 cliffhanger, And so then I start seeing another one, and then I'm like, all right, now I know these people. I don't really watch these shows, so
God.
I'll be good for another decade. Might as well finish this one. The first thing, the fake one, who knows which one's more fake, but the fake show is a phenomenon. This might be a thing I'll talk about in the show. That's how I'll justify wasting my life. And so, yeah, I got caught up. The mom and son.
I'm sorry. You know what's really happening, Keith, is there are cameras in your home, and this whole thing is just a reality show about you. Will he watch the whole thing?
Look what this jerk off will watch.
We've actually been watching you going like, not another. He's not gonna. No, because Netflix doesn't do that thing where they just start the next episode anymore. So he's about to press play. Holy shit, he's playing it.
They did 5 episodes, then they were going to do the marble game. If you saw the original Squid Game, where you work with a partner, but one of you are going to lose. So it could be tricky. It could be a little heartbreaking. And I'm thinking, okay, you didn't put that up. Then you stopped it. Little cliffhanger. And I'm thinking that you're going to show the final finale. There's 5 shows after that. I didn't know that. So I watched another batch of 4, and now we're waiting for actually the finale. And during the marble game, the son and mom are playing. Somebody's going to go home. So you make up whatever rules you want. Whoever has a marble left in their hand at the end of the game, however you both decide to play, wins. So what did the mom and son do? They make it. They make a marble game with like circles in the sand. This is worth 1 point. This is 2. This is 3. Like, there's a lot going on. Why would you make a confusing game? You know what I mean?
The mother and son are playing against each other, and one of them is going to win, and the other one's going to go home.
Yeah, and they're making some complicated game that they can argue about the fucking points. Even throw it in a bucket, do rock, paper, scissors. But this guy's making a fucking production. One is stupider than the other in that fucking family, and thank God they both died.
Oh, spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler. We're down to the bottom 3.
Wow.
We got Phil. I'm Team Phil.
And there's still 5 more episodes?
There's 1 more episode.
Oh, okay.
There's Mai. She's Asian. The show is Asian, so you'd think that would help her out. And some guy with a big beard that we never really met, so I don't care about him.
This is Keith not being into something, okay? Just keep in mind.
There's 3 people. The prize is $4.5 million. Split it, dumb fucks. You say, if you renege after this, I'm going to go to your house and kill your family.
Who?
Yeah, you say that in the bathroom or something where they can't record you.
They're recording, Keith. You're recording now, actually.
So what? Say it anyway. Who gives a shit? It's a game. I didn't really mean it. Wink. But I know you have a family of 4.
I'm gonna pass on that. I'm gonna not.
We're not in the show, Hemda. It's already done. Nobody's killing nobody. It's done.
Bad advice. It's bad advice. Minimum. I feel I have to say that because I'm in the same picture as you. It's bad advice.
Sure. But you should make a deal right now. These dumb fucks.
Yes. Are they allowed?
You're allowed to talk. They allow you talking.
Okay.
It's your inalienable right to talk. Ugh. They're so fucking dumb. So somebody gets kicked out of this show. Each body is worth $10,000, and they fill up this piggy bank, and they go, I'm going to try to get rid of this guy. That's another $10,000. Or they get excited seeing a couple 10,000. It's winner take all, you dumb fuck. Who cares about each little 10,000? And they never see the score going up or the people going down. They're like, and these are the people left after the marble game. And then the numbers go, and they're like, oh my God, that's half. Yeah, it's half, you dumb motherfuckers. It was half of each group of 2. You're so stupid.
Oh my God.
The money doesn't even match sometimes. And I hope one of the stacks doesn't go in the bank and falls on the floor and these scavengers run to it and beat each other up. Fucking morons.
You should do the commentary track. They should have the little window of you up in the screen commenting on the show. Oh my God.
They show the guys in red, if you saw the original or this one, the guys in red are behind the scenes. They're the ones that are going to shoot you if you fuck up. They show them using like a joystick and a couple buttons. Did you see that? Did you get to that part, Hemda?
I swear after red light, green light, I was like, red light, goodbye.
Right. So they have little controls and they push a button. It's like, why am I watching this? It's not real. Your joystick isn't real. And the red button seems to do fucking everything. I'm calling bullshit. That's what I'm saying.
Are other people watching this?
They better be.
It might only be Keith.
I better be relating to somebody.
It just keeps yelling at me every day because he decided to watch a show.
They play a game. Somebody's the captain. The team happens to win. And then the other morons that weren't the captain go, I would follow you to the depths of hell. I owe you my life. Like, let's see if you keep in touch. Fucking weirdo. There's a human game of Battleship and it was luck. Really, you're going to follow them around forever.
Oh, my God.
Not pleased. They tried to do a little men versus women thing, but people caved and it didn't work out. Good. Go Nation. One person had to roll a die. If she rolls a 6, she loses. She's kicked off. And she goes, thing is, I always roll 6s. That's the fucking thing. She rolls the dice, she gets a 6.
Always.
She always rolls 6s.
That's just what she's like.
Different way. Go to a casino and roll 6s till you're a billionaire. You're so fucking smart. Your curse is rolling 6s. Go to some cockfighting ring. There's got to be somebody that would pay you to roll. God damn it.
They give the good advice.
They talk in that little dormitory room. 2 guys are like, hey, I think we should do it. I think everyone can see you. And then they go, now let's walk away casual so that they don't know what's up. And they walk in completely opposite directions for no fucking reason. Like you were fucking somebody in a bathroom and you came out slowly one at a time. We see you. And where could you be going? There's no game going on right now. Where are you going? Oh, my bed's over here, actually. I did something like that once. I was it was like after my stand-up show and somebody was kind of talking my ear off. And I go, oh, let me go see if Hemden needs help. And I just turned around and started walking. I ran right into a wall. And I'm like, okay, and this well looks set up. Okay, now I'll go check on. So it could happen, but you get caught easily.
But it's fair to say we all would pick the top bunk, right? That's like the only way to get as much privacy as you can. Everybody, top bunk, top bunk.
Well, it's how do you want to play it? Or do you want to build alliances and snore on the bottom bunk? It's so fucking deep.
Well, what games had alliances necessary to them?
None. They all lie. They go, yeah, I got your back. Okay, I got your back. Oh, here's a game that doesn't make any sense. Who do you want to get rid of? I guess the guy said I got his back because he won't see it coming. Pretty smart. now I have a target on my back. The kid goes, he beats his mom in the marble game before he gets kicked out. And he goes, now, without my mom, I think I have a target on my back. Your mom wasn't fist fighting people. Dumb fuck. And by the way, you wouldn't have a target on your back because you just lost your mom. That's sad. Welcome to morons. You don't even need the games. Just turn on a camera. Morons. Here you go. Watch them. I think they have to make alliances.
Welcome to morons.
Welcome to morons. Yeah, Jersey Shore, they even made them do games. It's like, no, just give them booze in the house and videotape it. Well, we have to give them a job. Why? I have to see that they can't fold a shirt? They're morons. Let's go. I think legally they have to give them a game to do.
Oh my God.
Because it'd be like too cruel. There's probably a law you can't just videotape morons and put them on TV. You have to make them get married or you want
Change
the cash?
their house a little bit.
Right.
Oh God.
Yeah, you gotta do something. It's morons. Do it. What should we do? Oh, you're doing great already. You're doing fucking great. Can I have bonus money? Yeah. The more you talk, the more money you get. Say stuff.
It's the new show. Say stuff.
Right. No, you just say stuff.
Now with booze.
Right.
Right.
Think of the children.
It's booze time. Everybody drink a booze. All right, now say stuff and do stuff. Can we fuck each other? If you want, sure. That's no problem.
And with reality shows, they started off giving people, their own personal space, a bedroom, a bunch of bathrooms.
Oh,
and as things like Real World kept progressing with hotter and hotter people with less and less body fat somehow, I don't know.
Right.
They gave them one bathroom and a bunch of stalls. And it's like, I can't even fucking shit anymore. That's how interested people are in everything that these people do. Yeah, no one can have privacy. You're all sleeping in the same room, shitting in the same place.
Do you remember in the original Hemda when they found a guy in need in the first place, and a stranger played a game with them, and it was slamming envelopes on the ground. You had an envelope. Your job was to hit the other envelope on the ground, flip it over. If you did, they like gave him $100. If not, they slap him in the face, and they showed like he's really a piece of shit and willing to do anything for cash. They played that they had two people being called apart from the main group, and they see two envelopes there, and there's an old man, which is interesting because in the original there was an old man, and he was actually a mole in on it. I think it was his company, in fact. Anyway, and the old man says, "Hey, call me old man." Like, okay, is that a fucking clue? So they walk into this room. Old man, this guy, younger guy, he has a mullet. They walk into this room, and the younger guy's like, "What's this? Two envelopes?" He's like, "Oh, you don't know Dutchie? Is this all fake and planned? Like, is he obviously in on it?" So then he ends up winning Dutchie, and the red guy comes over like he's going to kill somebody, and he hands like a wrapped up thing, no label, to the old man, and the young kid is like, "What is that? Like, we don't want to talk too loud. We might get killed. What is that?" And he's like, "It's a candy bar." How would you know it's a candy bar? What is happening? And I swear to God, if these morons who got kicked off, because some of them didn't have a squib explode on them, some of them just went through a door. If they come back and it's that bullshit, well, then I'm going to be upset, Kevin. That's going to bother me. Oh my God. I need Kevin's coaching classes. You were thinking about doing a bettership program, right? A well-being workshop. Have you started it?
I did start it. It's been really, really interesting. You know, I have myself found it helpful because I need so much motivation to like actually meditate or actually, you know, do little creative exercises or breathing exercises or stuff. And, you know, there are times when the group gets together where people are like, you know what, I didn't do jack shit this week, but like people still feel like they have support there around, you know, ideas to share about, you know, just day-to-day well-being stuff. And so it's been impressive to me that it came at a point when I conceived of the course, I was super duper fucking healthy. I was like high on all of this health kick I was on. Now, you know, I'm at a very different point of the year. I've, you know, like fallen off the wagon with a lot of stuff, and I'm like, you know, not nearly as healthy. And it's been kind of cool that I have this well-being group to come to that I can be honest with and say, you know what, okay, you know, I feel like I haven't been doing as much as I've wanted, but then I return to it, and when I do, it's, you know, I get things out of it. So it's been really nice and interesting.
Any heartbreaking stories where you're like, I don't want to say something pithy or trad or whatever the good word is, but man, this is some heavy shit.
Well, there was one very funny moment when not very funny, but I recommended to the class this exercise that this Buddhist teacher named Byron Katie teaches people. These 4 questions to ask yourself.
Oh, I know her. She's the one who goes like, Keith, give me a problem. Give me a problem.
I just got a car accident.
Is that true?
No. The car's in. Oh shit! You caught me right away. Okay, I see. Like, do you really mean it? Me and my dad aren't getting along.
Okay. Why?
Because he hit on my ex-wife.
Is that true?
I said that is true.
Is that true? Is that true? Is that true?
Yeah, I think that's
true. Is that true? Okay, that's not true. Great. So we found where the issue is.
Right. Yeah. It's very much like, well, you know.
Here's look. I'll be the person. My father's an asshole. Is that true?
Is that
yeah,
true?
He molested me from when I was 7 until when I was 11. Is that true? Yes. Okay. Is it true that he's an asshole? Yeah, I just said he molested me. But does he have to be an asshole? It's not true. Healed. Sorry. I read half of her book.
So anyway,
is that true? What?
Yeah,
Red heifer
it's true
book.
that I read half.
Yeah. Yeah, no. So I recommended that this is an exercise that people could try. And someone from the class came back and they were like, "Oh, that sounds a shit ton like an exercise that people do in Nexium and in the Twin Flames cult," which got me watching all these documentaries about cults. And it's really interesting to see that there's this war going on within me between one, taking in all this information about red flag kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like the that almost any sort of well-being practice or exercise could be manipulated to, serve something else. And it's really insidious the way that in like a capitalist, hyper striving sort of society, things can curdle very easily and very quickly. So,
Sure. Yeah.
So on the one hand, I've been like, oh my gosh, I'm not being as strict and intense and like doing it, with as much structure as I wanted to do. And on the other hand, I'm like, yeah, but I'm learning that a lot of people who get really strict and intense about these things end up in weird places.
You also know you're coming from a good place. These people that
Yeah,
are
yeah,
being
yeah,
tricky,
yeah.
they know they're being tricky. An episode that I recommend is very fun with Rena Coleman. It's called Landmark, and it was when I did Landmark, what used to be
Oh,
called Est. And
yes.
and I do like the little things that, yes, that Kendall will know because she reads all these books, but I don't. So,
Right.
I like these
Right.
little things, but it's like, and it's nothing but a sales scam to upcharge you and blah blah blah. And like, and if everybody took this class, we'd have world peace. And it's like, then put it on YouTube for free.
Well, here's
Right.
the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Here's the
Like
thing.
for
They
example,
know they know in Landmark that the people that are coming in might not have ever shared a true emotion,
Yes.
either ever or in a long time. So what they
totally.
do is they push you into an emotion, and then you get an epiphany. And the epiphany
Yeah.
is usually very, very painful, and you don't have the tools to, when you leave that space, deal with that epiphany and the weight of it. So instead, while you're in that landmark room, they pretend like you have tools by surrounding you with them. Like, and
Right.
then you feel the their help and their guidance, and you feel taken care of, like your mom and dad, your parent, your grandparent, your good uncle. I don't know, does anyone have one? And they're just rocking you into like, hey, look, you just realized something really important, and that's why your life has been unmanageable. As soon as you confront this, and let's confront it right away, you're going to feel something. And that's the thing. You're going to feel something, then you feel something again, then you feel something again. Then when you have your emotional hangover, you got to pay for another class so you can come and they can rock you into the next
Right.
place. They're
Right.
not. What they're doing is rocking your world. You're having some first true emotions that really seem so realistic and honest. It's the first time that you've been honest in your life, but there's no one to hand you the tools when you're alone and in the shower and those thoughts start rushing. It's like, oh my God, my parents never loved me, or oh my God, I am in an abusive relationship. Oh my God, I was raped. Oh my God, this person has been abusing me for years. Sure, that's a great epiphany, but that's the first step. Now they get you, like, the only place that you can get that rocking into what an epiphany does to you is only in that place, because it's the only place you ever felt something, and it's the only place that ever dealt with it or helped you even in a minimal way deal with it. And it's very fucked up.
Yes.
Yeah. And any resistance or hesitancy that you might have about buying more courses is, turned on you. Like, well, that's because you're clinging to your problem,
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah.
right. That's the thing, is they are right. Yes, you don't want to but you also don't want to because something doesn't feel right about this. And because you're new to feelings, you are second guessing. It doesn't feel right. It just feels like feelings. It
Yeah.
actually feels
Yep.
like what
Yep.
they're
Yep.
telling me. Anyone who's going to push you into that via money constantly, whenever you feel pushed, that's not consensual. That's how a lot of people lost their virginity. And so, no, you can't call rape in Landmark, but you can call coercion. What the fuck are you
Yeah.
doing? It's the first time I'm ever going to confront an emotion inside myself. Now I'm calling my mother. Now I'm calling my dead relative.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, now I'm telling my kids I'm divorcing their dad. What the fuck? Hold on, because epiphanies are so big that they feel like this place did something to you.
Yeah, for day one, they're trying to sell you the a discount on the advanced course following this 3-day course, and it's like,
right.
How about we do day one first?
Yeah.
What the fuck? What the fuck is the advanced course? And somebody, sometimes these idiots try to talk back to the boss, like they're going to say something clever, like he doesn't, go to page 7 because you said the third sentence, you moron. So, but somebody said, hey, I feel like it is just a sales thing. And in fact, you passed around papers and had us put our addresses on. And I don't know that I felt comfortable doing that. And the guy goes, did I make you do that? Like, what? You kind of did, because I'm supposed to learn from you. So I did. That's not, and it wasn't a lesson. That was just the end of that to shut you the fuck up.
Yeah.
But yeah, they absolutely did what I'm just saying, where it's like, okay, we're going to take a break. Now go out there and make that phone call. That's going to make a difference. Then you come back, you feel like you got something out of it. You get a discount for the advanced program, but you didn't learn a fucking thing and you don't know how to deal with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
and you know what? Did when you took it, did you end on the saying life is empty and meaningless, and it's empty and meaningless, that it's empty and meaningless, right?
Yes,
which is very similar to what we were talking about before. Is that true? Is that true? Like what's true? Yeah.
We're who we are, and that we're gonna do what we know. More advanced class.
Yeah.
Like someone's like, this is bullshit. Your course is bullshit. Like what you're teaching us right now. And the guy goes, yeah, you had to say that. That's who you are. Like, well, that's bullshit. Exactly. Okay.
Oh my God.
Thank you for coming.
God.
Nothing changes if nothing changes. Go to the changing seminar. It's just $2,000 down and $5,000 once you finish the course. But
right.
Do you want
my
to stay
brother
stuck?
And sister-in-law lost a fortune through Landmark. I mean, I don't even know how much, but they went deep down the rabbit hole. Yeah.
How do they come up with new price points for what? How do you
well, I do remember that one of the workshops was all about like stop living from scarcity and live into luxury, and like by the amount that you pay for that course, it was an exorbitant cost to teach you, just by paying for it, you're already living into luxury rather than from a place of scarcity.
And I kind of fell for somebody there, and I'm not convinced she's not a plant. To be honest. Yeah, if you're coming from a good place or not, and you are. So yeah, that's the big difference. These assholes know it. These assholes fucking know it. How do I look into your group? I like safe spaces.
Well, you can find me at kevinallison.com, or you can just email me at kevin@risk-show.com. I'm not sure when exactly I'll be teaching this workshop again, probably sometime next year. It's very experimental and very like week by week. We're kind of putting it together as we go. So we'll see. Yeah.
Well, congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Let me mention this. This weekend will be the final Silent Trailers live show. It's the greatest game ever. I kind of already forgot Felicity Hoffman's name. So she's very good at these. She's very good at describing movie trailers. She doesn't know movies. She doesn't know actors and actresses. It's almost the disease. I'd like to see her on a reality show.
Oh my God. Today I came up with the categories. Should I just say them on the show? It's the final Silent Trailers. Let's just go nuts, right? Okay. Categories are Sundays with You Two, Man Up, The Catcher in the Rye Sister, 666, and I Love You, Mommy.
Oh, this is going to be nuts. Tickets to the show can only be gotten by being a backer of our Kickstarter, and there's only a few hours left, by the way. The campaign's ending. KeithAndTheGirl.com/kick. Get your reward. Back the project at any level. You get your ticket to the show, plus a copy of the show in case you miss it live. KeithAndTheGirl.com/kick. Like I said, there's only hours left to the Kickstarter. So go now, KeithandTheGirl.com/kick. Kevin, thank you so much for your time. You're a joy. Everybody loves you. Anything else the audience should know?
No, just check out my podcast, Risk, anywhere you get your podcast, or we're at risk-show.com.
Award-winning. Thanks again. We'll talk to you soon. Stick around for a minute. Guys. We'll do proper goodbyes, but I'm just going to close up. Thanks, Kevin. You're always easy.
Ryan V says pointing guns is just how the FBI says hello. Do you guys believe that they came out with guns? Because I don't. And I normally just believe things because it's like, how would you lie about something so big? I feel like it's just
right.
Came out with guns for who?
Felicity Huffman's kids. She says she had 2 daughters and they got woken up at gunpoint.
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
That.
Get the fuck out.
From the bed also, like there was so little ruckus that the kids would just. And it's like, after you, officer. I don't know. I don't know. At a celebrity house, I don't know.
Yeah. It sounds like they could see that they had guns, you know?
Right.
Did they break down the door? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Came into the skylight.
No one was. Right. We have phones in our hands. You're telling me the cops came through your house, went to your child's room, guns pointed. One camera was not on.
Right.
Hey, black and brown people have to deal with this all the time, so they'll get it.
Yeah, that's true. All right, you guys. Listen, can you click all the buttons in front of you? Like, I just see what they do, you know? Get back to me. Let me know.